Two quick questions for you. This week, got to sit down with a friend and trying to help her. It's a personal injury that involved a nasty break on a commercial property, and they want
Okay,
to.
involved like a slip and fall or what?
Yes, slip and fall. So
Okay.
they're kind of being nice. They're being really polite about the situation, but they want a statement from the person, and then at the same time they want the list of the medical bills and the totals and stuff like that. Is that uncommon in this type of case? Would you
Right.
advise us to her to make a statement
Okay.
for them, or would you not advise that? And when you multiply your injuries and everything, do you use a common multiplier of 3 or 4 times the amount in your settlement cases or seeking settlement?
Yeah, Bob, thank you. That is actually in 13 years of doing this show, that could be one of the best questions that we've ever had. I actually, we handle a lot of slip and falls, trip and falls. It's kind of a fancy term, or it's a common term for what we call premises liability, which is a fancy term for slip and falls, trip and falls. Whenever someone is injured on someone else's property, then it's a premises liability case. And it varies from whether you're at someone's house or if you're at a commercial business. And the duty, and when I say duty, it means what does the property owner owe to you if you're injured? And it varies from, say that you're at a super center as opposed to being at my house. The duty for someone at their residence is a lot less than a store, because at the store you're there to do business. You're paying them money to do business, and they have a much higher duty to protect you and to make sure that there's not any defective conditions that can make you fall. Now, if you're like Bob, if you come over to my house for a barbecue, I still have to protect you if I know of something. Okay, if I know that there's a hole in the backyard or there's a broken step, I have to warn and tell you about that to protect you. But I don't have to walk around constantly like these stores do to make sure that there's not any type of defective condition that can make you fall. So that's the first thing. Now, you mentioned that your friend fell at a commercial place, I believe. The first thing that I would tell you to do is, or tell her to do not, because you mentioned about giving a recorded statement. In no way, shape, or form, and I would tell everyone this, it doesn't matter if you slipped and fell or have a car wreck, do not give a recorded statement to the opposing insurance company, because these are trained professionals. This is probably her first claim that she's ever had. You can rest assured that this person that's calling to ask questions, they probably have 200 or 250 active cases going on right now. These people are trained, they know what they're doing, and they know what questions to ask. And they're trying to get you on tape to say something, to trip you up, to say something that's going to hurt you down the road. And so do not ever give a recorded statement to the other side unless you speak to a lawyer first. And again, your friend may not have a claim. She may, if she tripped over her own 2 feet, she doesn't have a case. I'm not sitting here advocating that anytime you have an accident or a slip and fall, trip and fall on someone else's property that you're going to get paid, because you're not. 9 out of 10 cases when people have accidents on someone else's property, a lot of times there's just not going to be a claim. But do not give up your rights and speak to the other side, because rest assured they're going to be trying to ask you questions that's going to hurt you in the long run. And real quick, you mentioned about a multiplier as far as what a case is worth. People will tell you that, if your medical bills are $10,000, then you can add, multiply it by 3 and your case is worth $30,000. That's not the case in every case at all. You You could have a case where you only have $2,000 in medical bills, but your case may be worth $600,000. You may have a case that's your medical bills are $50,000 and your case is only worth $60,000. It depends on how badly you're injured, what your future looks like. So don't play into whatever the insurance company and about these multipliers. You need to speak to someone who handles these types of cases that can tell you what he or she thinks as to the value of a case.